Jake Asman Show will begin shortly. Thanks to all these great Patreon members who help support the show. Get your super chats ready. Jake will be here in just a moment. If you love the New York Jets, this is the place to be. And now, the Jake Asman Show.
It's starting to feel like a real possibility. Wait till you hear what Todd McShay said he has heard from people inside the Jets building about quarterback Jaxson Dart. We'll talk about that. Plus, Matt O'Leary will join us to break down all things New York Jets. It's the Jake Asman Show on opening day. Let's hit it and get it started. Man, our Jets are primed to win another offseason, baby. We bleed Jets green each and every day. Will the playoff drought finally end? Kings of the offseason, baby. This is what we do. At least we have Garrett Wilson. We have Breece Hall. Please subscribe and hit the like button below. Super Chats, baby. Cut the line. We have Sauce Gardner. We have Quinn Williams. Prepare to be underdogs. Now it's time to talk all things New York Jets. It's the Jake Asman Show. Here we go, here on a Thursday only show we're doing today, so make sure you get involved. Call in, send in a super chat, get the membership. Tomorrow will be our ASMANIAC Raffle number 20. We're giving away a signed Darrell Revis helmet, signed Rex Ryan helmet, signed Bart Scott jersey, signed Santonio Holmes helmet, signed Antonio Cromartie helmet, and a signed Nick Mangold jersey for today's show, and only today's show. A $5 super chat will get you one raffle entry. A $10 super chat will get you two raffle entries. And a bonus, a $20 super chat, will now get you 6 raffle entries for today's show only. Plus, if you gift the membership, for every membership you gift, that is the amount of entries you get in our raffle. Joining us right now in his weekly spot is fellow Jets content creator, our guy, Matt O'Leary. Matt, happy Thursday, and we are 28 days away from the 2025 NFL Draft.
We're inching that much closer. Exciting times. We were talking before hopping on here. It's a little bit of a dead period in the NFL, but draft rumors galore, and excited to get into it with you today.
So I'm going to get right to it because I had to edit this down because as much as I enjoy Todd McShay's analysis and his work, that guy can talk. So it is a good thing, I suppose, that he now started a draft podcast with The Ringer. This was about a 7 to 10 minute segment that I had to cut down to just over 3 minutes for all the Jet specific nuggets here. So here's Todd McShay breaking down the New York Jets pick at 7 and what he has heard specifically about the Jets' interest in drafting Jaxson Dart, the quarterback from Ole Miss.
Jets. I've mentioned it before. I'll continue to mention it because I know it to be true. Thrilled to have Justin Fields. He's going to be the starter. Let's move forward with him. But it's not a contract that absolutely, locks them. This is not Deshaun Watson.
It's a 2-year deal, right? I think it's a 2-year deal.
Yes.
Yeah.
I believe so. I have to double check, and maybe Tucker can double check while we're talking about it. But there's again, not breaking news here. There's been reports that the Jets aren't, by bringing in Fields, they've certainly alleviated the necessity to take a quarterback. They certainly, though, they'll continue to evaluate. 2-year deal confirmed by Dan.
Thanks, Dan
Comer. And so you're in a position as the Jets to, okay, let's finish our process. Let's go through the process. There's some love in that building for Jaxson Dart.
Interesting.
Where the Ole Miss quarterback is kind of creeping up in terms of the media conversation as people inside the media who are in the know and have good contacts are talking to people in the league. It's the same thing every year. Dart is there. There is some love in the building for him. I don't think he'll be the number 7 pick. I think that's what I'm trying to get across.
Okay.
I think the Jets desperately need a difference maker.
Okay.
I think the Jets, and we're going to get to the tight ends in a little bit, have a quarterback who is not at the top of the pyramid in terms of passing efficiency. That's been proven.
Okay.
They think he can be better than what he's shown. They have an offensive line that needs maybe one more plug-in, and I think that could be an Armand Membu at 7. But if I'm the Jets, and I know the Jets were damn close to taking Brock Bowers a year ago, and while it's not the same people evaluating the roster's not changed significantly, certainly hasn't changed at that position. So when you have a quarterback that needs kind of some easier throws, let's bring up the percentage. Tight ends do that for you. So I think Tyler Warren is absolutely in play. If it's not an offensive tackle, then it would probably be Membu there or Will Campbell. But the Dart thing's real. They know that 21 is scary. They have picks, and I looked this up, 42, nothing really extra, okay? 42 in the second round, 73 in the third, 109 in the fourth, all their picks all the way through the fifth. Then they have an additional pick from Pittsburgh in the fifth and an additional in the sixth, and don't have a seventh this year. So it's not like you've got this, like we got 5 picks in the top 100 to move up. Yeah, so it would be next year where I looked again. They've got like a pair of 6s, but it's nothing as of yet is in addition to. Are the Jets going to be in the mix to be the team that goes and tries to move up if Dart gets past 9? That's my question.
So here's the thing, Matt. Maybe they don't take him at 7, right? I agree with McShay. While they might be intrigued, when you give Fields that contract, he's the starter, $30 million guaranteed, all that. But are they going to be the team that if he starts to slide, they trade back into round 1 to get him? Because that scares me. Because you have so many holes that if you make that type of investment, you have to imagine you're given at least one premium pick in this year's draft automatically. And now we're talking about potentially tapping into your draft picks in 2026 when, in all likelihood, if it doesn't work out with Fields, that's going to be the year you need to use those picks potentially to go up and get your guy in that scenario. I just am very weary of this Dart thing. There's too much smoke out there. I hope it's a giant smoke screen, but it's one thing when Samini says it. It's another thing when McShay, who's got contacts, not just with the Jets, but all around the league, is putting that out there.
Yeah, I'm with you. That scares the life out of me. I'm glad I had a sigh of relief behind the camera as you were playing that video when he said he's not in play at 7, because that would be catastrophic, I think, if the Jets took him 7th overall. I don't like the idea of trading back into the first round because you're giving up your second rounder this year to move up. You're probably giving up another pick in next year's draft. Maybe even it's like a 2nd and 4th this year, whatever it takes to get back in. The Jets have so many holes on this team. I think they should be using their first 3 picks in this draft. You need a big time difference maker at 7th overall, but even at 42 and 73, those guys need to be contributors for you right away. And whether it's at tight end or right tackle or wide receiver or safety, defensive line, whatever, pick your poison, whichever preference you have for the Jets in the draft. I don't want to package that together and bet my future on Jaxson Dart. I personally don't see it. If for whatever reason something weird happens, he falls, he's either there at 42 or 73 or whatever, and you don't have to trade. All right, maybe you start selling me on that logic, but this is not the kind of prospect that I would be mortgaging my future to trade up for and have be the guy, essentially.
I mean, he brought up pick 21 as a spot to try and trade up to. That's a lot, man. I mean, when the Jets considering they don't have another pick until 42, that's a lot to move all the way up back into the round 1 in the early 20s. If that's what it would take. The only scenario I could see it is if, like, maybe what happened with Teddy Bridgewater and Lamar Jackson, where they were there at the very end of round 1. I believe they were each the last pick of the first round. So then you get the 5th-year option on the guy. Like, that to me would be the only way I guess you could somewhat justify that. And of course, the Jets would be saying, hey, we believe this guy's a franchise quarterback, so that's why we're doing it. But I just, for the life of me, can't picture a brand new regime making this bold of a move because they don't have to do it. They're not desperate to get the quarterback. We're desperate as fans to see winning. But Darren Muji and Aaron Glenn don't care about a 14-year playoff drought because they weren't here for any of that. So they're not in the Giants situation where they're desperate, they need to get a quarterback. It's completely different. I'd be surprised, but it's the Jets, so we can't rule it out. Nobody a year ago even saw like Michael Penix going to Atlanta in the top 10 after they drafted Cousins. So it could happen. I don't think it will, but until it doesn't happen, it's still a worthwhile topic to discuss.
Yeah, you're definitely right. And you never know. The NFL draft is weird. Teams make surprise picks all the time. The Michael Penix one's a really good call out. I'm hoping the Jets are putting this out there to try to get teams interested in trading up to pick number 7 with them, or maybe try to jump in front of them at pick number 7. I don't agree with the logic, because I feel like you're starting your clock significantly earlier if you're putting all those resources into Jaxson Dart, where pretty much anyone's going to give Darren Muji and Aaron Glenn a pass for this year if things don't go well, because, okay, they don't have their answer at quarterback. And then in 2026, they could use that draft to either take one where they sit, move up and take a quarterback, whatever the case may be. But why start that clock a year earlier than you have to and bet it on a guy who is debatably the third best quarterback in this draft class at the quarterback position in a weaker quarterback draft class than what's to come a year from now? I just don't think it's sound logic from the Jets if that's what they do.
You just can't convince me that all of a sudden, when no football is being played, a guy who going into the offseason was thought to be a second-round pick at best is now all of a sudden going to go in the top 7. Like, there's just no way. It reminds me a little bit of the Will Levis conversation from that draft class a few years ago. Oh, Will Levis might even be the first quarterback off the board after all. He's skyrocketing up the boards. Oh, my God. And then he doesn't even go in the first round. Like, I could see Dart sliding. I also could see a team being crazy enough to take him. Like, you never know, but I hope the Jets are not the team to take that chance. You sign Fields. If you don't love any of the quarterbacks, don't just take one because, we need to get a quarterback. Like, just, you could wait a year, have a plan in place to get your guy in 2026 in a better class if it doesn't work out in all likelihood with Justin Fields after a year.
No, exactly. And like you said, the quarterback position, you never truly know, because you gave the Will Levis example of, there were talks about him being, the pick to Indianapolis, wherever I think they were 3rd or 4th in that draft. I don't remember exactly, but that ended up not happening. He goes in the 2nd round. I could totally see that path for Dart. I think for his skill set, it makes more sense in the 2nd round. And that's also the thing too. Like, it's almost not fair to Jaxson Dart in a way, because his skill set doesn't justify him being picked that high. And there'd be unrealistic expectations for him, in my opinion, if he was to go that high. But then you have the flip side of the coin. Like Michael Penix and Bo Nix this time a year ago weren't talked about guys going in the, the top half or top 20, whatever it ends up being, in the first round. And then they do, because it's the quarterback, and teams are always going to value that position. So you truly don't know. It's something that I think is unfortunately on the table until it's something the Jets don't do. I think we have to sit here holding our breath a little bit.
Well, Fredo writes in, they better not draft Dart, because we don't want Jake shooting himself at the draft party. No, we do not. But, Wilfredo, I hope you can attend the draft party. Tickets are still available. Get them by clicking on the link to RSVP that is in every description for every. I might have just lost connection there. StreamYard is glitching for me right now, man. I don't know if you saw that on your end here, but on my end, I just saw like a beeping and like a black screen. But anyway, draft tickets are still available if you want to come to our party. It is going to be an absolute blast. If you're just tuning in, we played the Todd McShay clip of him on his podcast that came out talking about how multiple people in the Jets building like Jaxson Dart. And while McShay said he wouldn't predict the Jets taking him at 7, he could see a scenario where the New York Jets take him very early on in the first round by trading up. And he threw out pick number 20 or 21 as a possible range for that. Also, Asmaniac Raffle will be tomorrow, so gift the membership to be in. For today only, a $5 super chat, which normally gets you no entries, will get you 1. A $10 super chat will get you 2. And a $20 super chat will get you 6 instead of 5 raffle entries. That's for people on the phone who can't gift from their computer that want a way to enter the raffle. The other thing that came out yesterday, Matt, was the Jets have the 3rd lowest projected win total in the NFL, 5.5. Any surprise to that?
I not really, because I think people are going to be down on the Jets after what they had, happen with Aaron Rodgers leaves and coaching change, and there's not really a whole lot of expectation for them this year. I don't necessarily think that's a bad thing. I like going back in a way to being the underdog and not the team that's expected to win the 11 games. And I would be looking at the over, honestly, at that number. I don't think it's out of the realm of possibility that, the Jets improve by a couple games with the coaching change. I'm not going to come on here and predict the Jets between 10 games and be this playoff team, but is there a path for them winning 7 or 8 games this year? I think yes. And the NFL is a strange league. Teams who aren't expected to be very good tend to, make the playoffs. The Broncos were a surprise team last year. I didn't have very high expectations for them.
Only the Jets never had that surprise season. Like, only the Jets can never have a year where they're bad, and it's like, oh, here we are, like 10-7, snuck into the playoffs, 9-7, or 9-8 now, got it. Like, as bad as the Giants have been, they accidentally went 9-7-1 a couple of years ago and won a playoff game. Like, that's what's so just brutal about this like stretch of Jets dysfunction.
Yeah, I was going to say the last time I think you could say something similar happened was the 2006 season, which is a long time ago now. I mean, that's 9 years ago since the Jets last, had a surprise year where they made the playoffs. So, yeah, you never know, but there wasn't really high expectation going into that season either.
I am just blown away when I press anything on StreamYard here, put up a Chiron, it knocks us off the air. I think people could still hear us, Matt, but
okay,
like the video just goes out. So I apologize to those watching live. See, once again, I take the thing off and it's gone. I have never had technical difficulties like what I've been dealing with on StreamYard the last about 2 weeks. It's just been at an all-time lull. So sorry to everyone, but the show must go on. Michael with a super chat. See, if I put up the super chat, it knocks us off the air. It's amazing. This Dart stuff is all smoke and mirrors. Parcells was a master of this. Aaron Glenn learned from the best. Warren or Membu is the pick. I prefer Warren. I understand that Parcells was great at all this. I just want to say this to all Jet fans before we talk about the other stuff in the super chat here. If you're expecting Aaron Glenn to beat Bill Parcells, you're setting yourself up for a massive disappointment. When Bill Parcells took over the Jets, he was already a 2-time Super Bowl winner and had already taken a second franchise to a Super Bowl. Like, Aaron Glenn might be great. We don't know. But if you're expecting him to be great right away or be the exact same coach as Bill Parcells just because he played for him, I think we're setting ourselves up for a major disappointment there.
Yeah, I mean, Parcells is one of the best to ever do it, so that is lofty expectations. It's just because he went to the Parcells school. He was coached by him. They still have a great relationship. He has a good relationship with Sean Payton, who is a Bill Parcells guy as well. So that's why people come up with that. I would love for him to be the next Bill Parcells. Please be that good of a head coach in this league. But I agree that's lofty expectations for him.
Hit the like button if you're just tuning in. Comments, questions, super chats. We'll cut the line. Oh my God, I hide a comment and knocks us off. I'm just gonna roll with it for the day. All right, let's get to Asmaniac Madness here. I'm gonna put up the overall bracket before we get started because it's a great one today. We have reached the butter region after we completed the hood region yesterday. We did the chicken soup region. It's Gorman and Big Fella in the Sweet 16. It's King Lowski and Dave Briga, the 15th seed, the Cinderella in the Sweet 16. Now you look at the hood region. We the people in Castro, Neil and David T. After Neil defeated Leany yesterday on the first show, and David T. won a tight one against Purple Belt Mike on the second show, which now brings us to the butter region, which features Bobby Midnight and JQuest starting us off today on the show here. So, with that said, the rules are the same as always. You vote in the poll for your chance to determine who will move on to the Sweet 16. We've already had one seed go down, Matt. Do you think JQuest has a legit chance to knock off the 1 seed in the butter region, Bobby Midnight?
Bobby's another polarizing guy. People either love Bobby or they have something against him. I think it's an uphill battle for JQuest, but I don't want to rule him out. I think anything is possible, as we've seen so far in this bracket.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's hand things over to Jim Nance.
It's time for Asmaniac Madness. Who will cut the nets down as the top Asmaniac for 2025? Some of you don't even care, but we do. Let's get to it.
Vote, vote, vote. Asmaniac Madness is officially underway between Bobby Midnight and JQuest on the show. Comments, questions, super chats, cut the line. This $5 super chat gets you an entry in the raffle today. It also briefly knocks our cameras off the air until I press several buttons to make it work once again. The 2026 class could reshape the league. Dart reshapes nothing but your draft board in the worst way possible. Well, Matt, I think you made a great point before. If they do what McShay speculated on, right? Hey, they don't want to take him at 7 because they need an impact player there. but they love him so much they want to trade back into round 1 because they believe in him. That immediately starts the clock on this regime's tenure. Like, once you make that decision, that's your gut. And like we've seen, very few people get up from busting on a quarterback. Like the Jets couldn't ultimately. They tried with Rodgers. He got hurt. It ruined everything. But very few GMs and coaches survive when you make that investment in a quarterback in the first round and the guy ends up being a colossal failure. It's very tough to get up from that.
Yeah, you don't usually get a second chance to take another player if it doesn't work out. That's very, very rare. I mean, if you look at some of the bust quarterbacks in recent years, none of those GMs were able to really draft another guy. Like, I know the Cardinals took quarterbacks in the first round in back-to-back years, but it was a one-and-done situation for their staff. We didn't see Dave Gettleman didn't get another crack at it. Joe Douglas didn't, and don't give me, Jordan Travis. That's like a fifth-round pick dart throw or wherever he was taken. So this would be their chance. And I'm not willing to bet that Jaxson Dart is going to be that guy. If the Jets do, okay, but they better be right. That's essentially the thing. They better be right because they're likely not going to get another opportunity to take a different quarterback if it doesn't work.
Better be right. I mean, that's really it. They better be right. Peter Castro writes in, just remember the Jets can't clap their hands and chew gum at the same time. Matt, can you confirm this to be the case?
It seems that way. They struggle to put things together, and it's like they got to focus on one thing at a time. There was a great analogy. I know you're a Badlands guy. So on their podcast recently, they were talking about the analogy was for the Jets head coaching search that they were driving a tractor 20 miles through the woods, like essentially making everything harder than it has to be. I just thought that was so perfect. It's like the personification of this franchise.
Well, my big thing is I understand some of the moves they've made in free agency, like the approach, but they're just putting so much now on the draft. And like, it almost feels like if they don't come away from this draft with 3 or 4 starters, it's a failed draft. Like, and that's not easy to do, especially as Jet fans. Like, we've seen how bad it could be in the draft. Like the Jets 2022 draft netted them 4 starters. Now, that's a historically great draft when you draft the offensive and defensive rookie of the year. But outside of that draft, in the last 15 years, like, find me the draft that netted the Jets that many impactful starters. And like, those guys were great. You don't need that necessarily, but 7's got to be a real player for you. 42, if you stay there, has got to be a real player. 73 has got to be a real player. I to me, it's like, if you could trade out of 7, I know it's easier said than done. To me, that would be the move, because they need so many things right now based on how they've approached free agency that I would prefer a trade back above everything else right now.
Yeah, I would love to do a trade back. It depends on, what's happening behind you and if a team is looking to trade up for someone in particular. I referenced 2006 once already, but I look at this draft as they're going to need a similar style of draft class to what they had that year. They had 2 long-term major impacts in DeBrickashaw Ferguson and Nick Mangold, and then they got a lot of quality depth role players beyond that. Brad Smith, Leon Washington, Eric Smith, Drew Coleman. Guys like that. I think that's what we need to see the Jets do. Their first 2 picks need to be immediate impact guys who are good right away. And then you have to have some quality depth beyond that and role players in the mid rounds.
6 raffle entries for the great Rat Diddy with his $20 super chat. Man, JQuest, one of them teams you don't want to face in the tournament, can go on a run at any time. What he brings to the show is unmatched. JQuest, he doesn't always call in a ton, but he's a guy that when he does call in, always makes his presence felt. He has been hilarious with the prank calls. He provided us with the hump heard around the world this year with the thrusting of Bobby Midnight, ironically, in the MetLife parking lot. He sent us the video of him and his family reacting to finding out that he made Asmaniac Madness. I mean, his prank calls last year with Knoble were legendary. His prank calls this year to WFAN already about Dixon Hall and Bobby Midnight smelling have been legendary. I mean, it's a great matchup, and you look at it right now, JQuest has Bobby Midnight early on upset watch. It is 52-48 as polling is just getting underway. Get ready, folks. Vote, vote, vote. Johnny Boy writes in, let's go Mets. Soto shuffle time. Johnny Boy, I'm only reading this comment because you paid for it. Jaden writes in, just here to vote for my guy Bobby. Well, we know that, Jaden, because you only call in to the Bobby show. You don't call into the show, but we appreciate the support regardless. Mike writes in, but does JQuest have a D cup? To my knowledge, he does not. So that might give Bobby the edge, I guess, in the eyes of some.
I understand that. That's a very popular trait that people tend to like. So I get it. I don't know the answer for JQuest though.
I do know this. Bobby Midnight confirmed D cup of man boots. Confirmed.
Do we have any update on the job search from Bobby Midnight? The last few times I was on, we talked about his various interviews.
Monday should be a day he finds out if he got placed at the hotel. I think he's trying to be placed at.
Okay, gotcha.
I think that is the latest. Ladies and gentlemen, a super chat from Bo cuts the line here. We had arguably and if you're just tuning in, I apologize for the camera glitch issue. StreamYard is as bad as I've ever seen it in the 4 years I've used it. If any of you out there know someone at a different software that wants to give me a free trial, so I don't have to spend thousands of dollars to figure out if it's good or not, let me know, because I'll switch immediately. We arguably had one of the best rosters in the NFL last year. By all standards, we should have been world beaters. Talent is the only one portion. How they play together means everything, talent or not. I agree with that, Bo. The coaching, to me, is the potential biggest upgrade they've made this offseason. I guess the problem with that is we've been burnt so many times with thinking the coaching is going to be better, and it's either the same or worse or just bad in other ways. And I guess that's why I'm just very concerned and why I was leaning on, can we at least get someone with some experience either at GM or head coach to fall back on? And right now we have neither. We have first-time GM, first-time head coach, first-time offensive coordinator. That's the scary part. They might be great. We don't know yet, but it's tough to give the benefit of the doubt that, they're going to go way over their win total and they're going to be so much better when I think objectively speaking, the roster is not as good now as it was at the end of last season. And you have a bunch of new guys doing it for the first time.
Yeah, the unknown of someone who's in the role for a first time is tough. I think it's going to be really, really challenging for them to be worse offensively from a coaching perspective. I just thought it was so bad last year, whether it was, Hackett or just Keith Carter and some of their schemes on the offensive line. I think that's where we see the biggest improvement on the offensive line play. They have 4 of their 5 guys written in ink right now on the offensive line. We'll see how they go about tackling the right tackle position for it, whether it's in the draft or adding another body here. But I am cautiously optimistic about this Jets coaching staff and making some improvements, especially on the offense.
Sko writes in, let's go Mets. My brother counters back, Soto can't hold Judge's jock. Let's go Yanks. Man with a rake writes in, say no to the robe. Giants fans are not good people. People holding Bobby Midnight's Giant fandom against him, it appears early on in the voting. Carl Clark writes in, I didn't even bother reading who Bobby was competing against. I just saw Bobby Midnight and voted against him. Strong take there. Wow.
That's what we were talking about. Very polarizing figure. I'm sure Carl is not the only one doing that today.
If you're having a seizure from me having to constantly put the camera on every time I do something, I apologize. JQuest is unsure if he's going to be available to call in due to his work schedule. He did want me to relay this message to all the voters out there. When Bobby Midnight was a Giant fan, this was me the year we drafted Aaron Glenn. He's dead center in that New York Jets sweatshirt.
I love it. This is what a vote of confidence here to just prove that he's our guy. That is a Jet fan among Jet fans.
Ladies and gentlemen, vote to get your voice heard. I also want to remind people, if you're just tuning in, because I saw we just got a viewer spike. Today's the last day to enter our ASMANIAC raffle, because tomorrow we will announce the 6 winners on the show. Signed Revis helmet, signed Rex helmet, signed Bart Scott jersey, signed Santonio Holmes helmet, signed Antonio Cromartie helmet, signed Nick Mangle jersey, our top 6 prizes. It's 2010 Jets themed, Matt. So I'll ask you this question about the 2010 Jets. The last time the Jets made the playoffs, oh, by the way, other than the win over New England, because that's too easy. What was your favorite moment from that season?
Ooh, okay. I'll go Regular season, the final drive against the Houston Texans, Santonio Holmes game-winning touchdown, essentially as time expires. That was peak 2010 Jets football right there.
Love that. I mean, there were so many insane wins at the end of regulation or in overtime that they had to find a way to gut out. That season was insane.
By far the most fun, and we're right around the same age, so I'm sure you feel the same way. That is by far my favorite Jets season.
100%. Yeah. 09 was great too because it was so unexpected. But, that team, they got off to the great start. Then they were 3-3. At one point, Rex is saying they're done after that Falcons loss. And then they needed some help to get in. And then the fun really started. But like 2010, the Jets, I think, started 9-2. They lost that brutal Monday night game against the Ravens in the first ever game at MetLife. And then they went out there and they beat the Patriots in week 2, and Sanchez played really well. And then they went on that winning streak and went on a run. And it's like, okay, we got a real team here. Like this is real.
Yeah, I think they started 5-1 and they didn't lose again until the Packers on Halloween. That was it was like 10-9 or something like that.
I think it was like 9-0 or 9-3.
Yeah. Something along those lines.
Funny enough, if they beat the Steelers, they would have played Rodgers in the Super Bowl.
Yeah. And they beat the Steelers in the regular season that year. Brad Smith returned the opening kickoff for a touchdown. That was another great game in the regular season.
Yeah. I remember the Sanchez bootleg where he fooled the entire team and scored a touchdown.
He was so good at the naked bootlegs, man.
The best. Jets Johnny is the first person today to gift to get in the ASMANIAC raffle. Johnny, you are the man. And you know what? Speaking of people who are the man.
Oh, shit.
That's Peter Castro, who rode a bike the other day to help his victory over Nate. Van Gaven Robles, Christ the Flash, Shy Talk, Gil, Charlie Gatson, and Joey B, all receiving a membership there from the Jets Johnny. Jets Johnny, thank you very much for supporting the show the way you always do. All right, let's take some calls with Matt. Before we do that, though, Matt, I've been asking all my guests this as we kind of get closer to the draft. Gun to your head. Your life's on the line. You have to nail this pick. Who are the New York Jets selecting at pick 7?
I'm going to say Armand Membu is going to end up being the pick for the Jets at number 7. It was between him and Tyler Warren. My preference would be Warren, but if, again, you're saying I got to nail it, gun to the head, I could see them just going, you know what, we want to finish the offensive line like the Lions did when they took Penei Sewell and just be completely nasty up front and be bullies in the run game. So I'm going to lean Membu, even though my preference would be Tyler Warren of those two.
Yep, I would agree, and I'm only basing it on this logic. Basically, everything I have wanted the Jets to do, they've done the opposite. So I want them to take Warren as well. We're aligned there. So I think they'll end up taking Membu. What I hope doesn't happen, though, is what we talked about at the top of the show. They're like, oh, yeah, we've been doing the opposite. Here's Jaxson Dart, you bastard. And like that might kill me for the rest.
Yeah, or Jalen Walker or something like that, just completely out of left field, someone we haven't talked about at all.
Oh, my God. Yeah, the best was I always go back and watch the reaction of you guys on the draft show, Green Bean, you, and Ryan, the Will McDonald year. Oh, that's so funny.
That is an all-timer. I know you guys are doing the draft party in the city this year, but I have the most fun streaming with those guys for all 3 days of the draft. Some of our reactions are just so good. I think that's by far the best one, where all of us, no words were coming out. We were all just shocked.
We're like, what? Who? Unreal. Mimosa in the raffle for 6 because of our special deal for Super Chats of $20 today. Vote for Bobby. He is a Jets teddy bear and brings so much entertainment to us all. How about that? A strong endorsement from the Mimosa supporting Bobby. Look, you can't deny Bobby's impact on the show. And that's what this tournament's about. It's not about who you root for fandom-wise. We know Bobby also supports the Jets as well. It is all about, to me, your impact on the show. That's how the seedings were determined. However, who people want to vote for is entirely up to them. All right. Comments, questions, your super chats. We'll cut the line. I think I know where we got to go first. He is called in. He is in a competition right now against JQuest, and he's going to need a big comeback. 58-42. JQuest leading the number 1 seed in the Butter region. Ladies and gentlemen, let's bring on the man himself.
Hello, Matt. Oh,
What's up, Bobby? How's it going?
where am I? I don't see myself on the screen.
You're on the screen. I'm going to reset while you two talk and see if that could maybe alleviate some of the tech issues here. But Bobby, right away, make your pitch. You're trailing right now. The people want to know why they should vote for Robert Woodruff, a.k.a. Bobby Midnight.
Well, I'm not a Giants fan. I know I'm getting my ass kicked today, but I'm not a Giant fan. But I support Jake and the Asmaniacs. And thank you, Mimosa, for that loving words you gave me, too. I know I have my haters out there. I had like a 3-month period. I'm very sorry for that. And, I came up against a Jet fan, which he's a great Jet fan. JQuest, okay? So, the people don't know me from like when I first started. And I did the first Knoble call. So JQuest doesn't get to get that I did it first. Then he copied me after. So I'm the first one. So, I'm entertaining. I'm not a Jet fan. I am a Jet fan. I've been a Jet fan for a long time. Longer than most of you people who voted for me. So I'm trying, if I lose, I lose. Big deal. Okay, but at least I'm entertaining. I try to be entertaining to people, okay? I appreciate whoever voted for me. I love them. To the haters, good luck. Bobby, don't you reach out. Yes, I showered R&R. Thank you very much. Won't you take a shower once in a while? Time to get freaky, Bobby. Jay, can I get freaky?
What does that mean exactly?
Well, he wants me to do my dancing, but I think that you played the dance already. So,
Well, if you want to give a live rendition, I mean, who am I to tell you no?
yeah, okay. Let me do it. Can you play that rock one? That's how I get into it.
Oh, I could play it all right. Let's just hope it works because we've had some tech issues with Mr. Streamer.
I know. I don't know what's. I hope my streamer does it to me after the Yankee game.
Here we go.
Okay, thank you. Appreciate it. Can you put me full screen? Yeah.
Stop telling me how to do my job, Bob.
Oh, I know. I'm sorry. Sorry, Jake. He comes through. I'm not gonna say my name. Oh, I got a new thing. That's called a sprinkler. I do look like Matt O'Leary. Do I look like I lost weight?
You look. You're gonna be down to your birth weight soon, Bobby.
Oh no, I don't think so. 8 pounds. 8.6. Okay, here's the finale, everybody. Finale check. Okay, that's the finale. I want to talk to Matt too before I leave. I like Matt.
What's going on, Bob? How you feeling?
You got Chuck's vote.
Who's Chuck? See,
Doesn't matter who Chuck is. He voted for you. Thank him.
Thank you, Chuck. I appreciate it. Okay. I like the music. Okay, so can I talk to Matt? How you doing, Matt?
I'm doing great. It's good to see you. I hope you have a big comeback here in the Asman.
Yeah, I know. I'm getting my ass whipped. What can they say? What does this guy say? No, what's the other guy? Oh. Okay, Arno, just quiet down. You're a typer, okay? You don't show your face. You're a chicken shit. Okay, thank you very much. Okay, we don't need any more of your things. I know, Rat Daddy. I know. I'm trying my best. JQuest is the true Jeff. Okay.
Lord, come on.
Okay, thank you. I am a lard ass. Okay, thank you for the comment. Comment. Thank you. I am a lard ass. Okay, you like all of me, baby? He will never be. He would never. Oh, okay. Never mind. I want to talk to Matt. Matt's the best around me.
Ryan says you should clean your living room.
I only have one room, Ryan. Mind your business, okay? Thank you.
So
How
is your
you
living
doing?
room also your bedroom, also your kitchen, is what you're telling us?
Yeah, it's a studio. Isn't it called a studio, right? Studio. Small. Okay, Matt.
Rick Kent
Yeah.
says, vote Bobby. Love you, Bobby.
Thank you, Rick, and I love you too. I have my lovers, friends out there that love me, so I don't care. If I get my butt kicked, I get my butt kicked. Like what? Remember what I said? I really don't care anymore. We lost people.
What do you mean you lost people?
I don't see myself in Mount O'Leary.
Oh, we see you all right.
Okay, so Matt, how you doing?
Doing fantastic, Bobby.
This is what you had to talk to Matt about? Just how you doing?
No, I didn't get you. Keep on throwing the comments. I don't want Dart at. I want Warren at 7. 7, yeah, Warren. How's that, Warren? Good.
Okay. Who do you want at pick 7 then?
Warren. Yeah, not
I thought you
Dart.
said you don't want. Oh, not Dart Warren. Okay. I thought
Yeah,
you said not Warren.
yeah. Oh, Toaster Strudel. What a nice name. Can't eat that because I'm on the diet. Oh, okay. You're a loser too. Goodbye. I am not a scammer, so be quiet. Okay. Yeah, I don't think Dart's going to be good for the Jets. I don't think. Thank you, King Lowski. I love you. That's my pal right there. King Lowski rules, just like Matt. So yeah.
This is the weirdest thing ever. Apparently, the chat can't see you, Matt, but I can, so I didn't know.
Okay.
We can't see.
Have you been having StreamYard issues too with anything you've done? Like, I don't know if this is just a me problem.
So for some reason, StreamYard has not been working for me on Google Chrome for about the last month. It worked fine before that. I didn't change any of my settings, so it is only working on Firefox for me right now.
And
so
I'm on Firefox too. That's crazy.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know.
Google Chrome. It depends on your computer, I guess. Okay, so do you think that's a good pick for the Jets, Warren?
Tyler Warren? Yeah, I would love Tyler Warren. I think he'd be great for the Jets.
We need, like Jake said, we need a.
Hey, Bob, say goodbye for now because people can't see Matt, so I got to deal with this.
Yeah, no, that's fine. That's fine.
Tell people to vote for you, Bob.
Please vote for me, but if you don't, you don't. Have a good night, everybody.
Have a good night, as it's 10:48 a.m. Eastern time. Love it. All right. Hopefully people can see Matt again. I have never experienced tech issues like this, that even the old reboot didn't work. J-Boy is in the ASMANIAC raffle for 1. Thank you very much, J-Boy. We will get you down for that. Let's get to a couple more calls here before we wrap up with Matt. Once again, this is the last show that we're doing until the ASMANIAC raffle. So gift away for your chance to get in. We're giving away 6 2010 Jet-themed prizes on the show. Let's say hi right now to the Australian Jets fan who's next. What's up, man?
Yeah, hi Matt. I'm a massive fan of your channel. Keep that up. Really good content. Watch you a lot. Honestly.
Thank you.
But I wanted to say that I'm still all in on Tyler Warren because, like I said, we don't have our quarterback. I think that we can complete the offensive line later. I'd rather have a weapon right now for Justin Fields. At least someone else that can catch a pass. Like either way, if we draft Warren, who's a good blocker, or we complete the line, the run game's going to improve. So for me, it just makes sense to take Tyler Warren. I feel like that he has more upside, and I'd rather have that right now with Justin Fields as quarterback than worrying about protecting Justin Fields.
Yeah, they need someone to throw to, and we've seen in both Chicago and Pittsburgh, he likes going to the tight end.
Yeah, no, exactly. I was always putting Freiermuth in my multis. Always for two receptions, he would always get them. But yeah, I just think that's the answer. I think most Jet fans will agree, and I don't think you can go wrong with Tyler Warren. I feel like he has a higher floor and a higher ceiling. So that's my opinion, at least.
I like it. I'm in. Sign me up.
I'm in on Warren. Australian Jet fan. We got to get you another Jets hat, man. I feel like anytime I see you call in, it's only the O2 Division Champ hat, which is a great hat. But I don't know if I think my store ships to Finland. I'll send you an Asmaniac hat, Australian Jet fan. But shoot me an email, asmanjake@gmail, and I'll send you some merch. All right. We'll ship it to Finland. Rat Diddy checks in. Man, the Aussies are all about the ass, man. Think Jake can run for prime minister over there and win. Well, the problem is Australian Jet fan lives in Finland now. But yes, we are very big in Australia. I hope the Jets play the first ever Australia game in a few years.
Would you make the trip? It's like a 2-day flight, essentially. would you make the trip out there?
I feel like I might have to.
I think so.
When else am I getting to Australia anytime soon? Be a legit opportunity. Let's see. Stay woke writes in. I rather have Melbourne at 7 and get tight end at 43, like Taylor if he's there. I'm assuming Melbourne is Membu.
Yeah.
Does Membu autocorrect to Melbourne? Is that something we're gonna have to deal with as Jet fans?
Probably. And I see this path, right? Like if your argument is I'd rather take the better offensive lineman because I like the tight ends on day 2, that's fine. I think Mason Taylor would absolutely be in play for the Jets in the second round if that's the move.
Apparently, Matt, you disappeared again, but it's crazy because I see you on my screen. Are you on a Mac or a PC? Gator's trying to do live tech support here. He texted me asking.
I am on a PC.
He's on a PC, Gator. I don't know if that makes a difference or not, but that is the info I have here. Let's see. GTA writes in the ghost of O'Leary. Yeah, literally. So I have like the YouTube studio on my other monitor. It literally looks like I'm talking to nobody right now. This is hilarious.
It's just great. I love
you
it.
tune if you were like it literally just it's an empty screen. It'd be like you're actually not there at all, which is hilarious. Anyway, let's get to more of your calls now, shall we? Hit the like button if you're just tuning in. Make sure you vote as well. We have a legitimate upset on our hands here. 55-45. JQuest up 10, almost 400 votes to this point have been cast. Before we get to your calls, let's say thank you to this guy. D's nuts. Mike D's Nuts has gifted 5 channel memberships. Thank you, Mike. Since we're doing the $20 super chats going for 6 today, your 5 will actually be 6 in the raffle as well. Josh Ellis, Quick Dolo, Isaiah Russell, Joey Bad, and Fab 5 Freddy, all receiving a channel membership there. Let's say hello right now on the Gusbuster hotline to someone who has advanced to the Sweet 16. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up to our good friend, Neil.
Morning, fellas.
Hey, Neil.
Neil, how are
Matt,
you?
how's married life treating you, Matt?
Still got a few months to go before the wedding.
Oh, you're not married yet. I thought you got married
Nope.
already. I didn't get my invitation. What happened? I'm the one that put you guys together, I think, and got the. I pushed you or your fiance over to. I forgot which one, but I was integral.
He has multiple fiancés?
No, but if you remember when we had the party in Long Island,
The main event.
The main event, I either talked to your fiance or you and pushed you guys into, getting over the finish line and buying a ring or something. Didn't I have a little push there?
You said that he meaning me has to wait until the Jets are good and that's when the ring will be coming. And then I came in with the surprise a few months later with the ring. So it was good because you kind of threw off the scent a little bit.
All right. I did something there anyway. I'm going to be 40 soon, coming up Sunday, 40 years.
Oh, congratulations.
So if you need marital advice, I'm the man. 40 years is a big climb. I don't know how the hell my wife's married to me for 40 years. That's a miracle. But
Michelle is an angel.
Yeah, that's for sure. Anyway, I watched, I'm going to have to key up a lot of videos this year to keep myself sane of the old Jets when we we had some good seasons. So we're going to have to do a lot of video watching. But I'm not so sure. I looked at the 97. Well, how old were you guys in 97 anyway? How old were you, Jake, in 97? You
I
were
was
3 years old. How old were you, Matt?
2.
Holy shit. Oh my God. I remember that season like it was yesterday. I rewatched it. That was the first year of Bill Parcells, coming off of a dreadful 1-15 Rich Kotite season. Now, Rich Kotite, it's funny. During those days, I used to go to the Jet Golf Classic, which they had at Plandome Country Club right in my town. And I went there, and I tried to corner Rich Kotite. He went to the Golf Classic. This guy had shoes, the biggest feet I ever saw. I think he was a size like 60. He looked like Bozo the Clown when he walked, okay? So he's in the parking lot, and I said, Rich, and I was 97, 60, 87, 77, 67. I was like 35 years old. I go, Rich, let me give you some advice on the Jets. I don't need any advice, son. Got it under control. Then I'll give you the funniest. I'm at a restaurant, and he's at the restaurant, and they have a psychic at the restaurant reading cards. And the psychic, Rich Kotite, goes to the psychic. And I'm listening because I'm like 2 tables away. And he says, how are we going to do this season? And the psychic looks and she goes, I see, like 1 or 2, 3 maybe. Oh, 3 losses? Oh, I didn't think I would have that. It was only 3 wins or 1 win. So his prediction from the psychic was that he was going to lose every game, but I don't think she had the heart to tell him. He was a horror. But when you look at 97, that team turned it around dramatically. I mean, think about these numbers a second. In Kotite's year, we scored 279 points. We gave up 454 points that year. Our defense was a shit show, okay? Fast forward to 97, 9-7. We should have made the playoffs. Neil O'Donnell went down. Glenn Foley came in. And Glenn Foley, by the way, played magnificently that year. He was such a good surprise that he probably could have taken us very, very far. He got injured and lost for the season that year.
So your point is, with great coaching, the New York Jets could go from awful like they were with Kotite in 96 to 9-7 like they were year 1 of Parcells.
That's what I'm doing. What I'm doing is I'm mentally tricking myself into thinking. This is how I do it, guys. In case you're interested and you want to turn positive, because we're all very negative, you go back and you make a scenario for yourself where we're going to have a good season. So I clicked that on, got me very excited. Glenn Foley did great that season. We ended 9-7. We got 348 points that year. Adrian Morrell, who not many people talk about, was a 1,000-yard rusher that year, had a tremendous year. And that was obviously Keyshawn's rookie year, which he almost made 1,000 yards and had a terrific season. But the big part of that team was the defensive turnaround. Now, think about this. We went from 454 points against with a very similar roster. We didn't make many changes in 97, okay? We gave up 287 points the following year. That is the biggest turnaround, the defensive points against, probably in the history of football. Nobody had that turnaround in 1 year. And Parcells, if we can only hope that Aaron Glenn is a defensive-minded guy and charges these guys up like Bill Parcells did. He turned the team around, and obviously we know what happened in 98. We came, a half away from the Super Bowl. So I think we're going to see a lot of Aaron Glenn that we saw with Bill Parcells, and I'm hoping that's the case. And our offense, then I flipped on Any Given Sunday, and now I said to myself, oh, my God. God wanted me to watch Any Given Sunday.
Oh, my God.
Because who is our quarterback? Willie Beeman. We have Justin Fields as Willie Beeman. We got to have Willie Beeman is going to be our quarterback. And then when they played that one play on Any Given Sunday, when he fakes here on the touchdown, fakes there, and then he looks and he jumps up and scores the touchdown. That's what we're going to get with Justin Fields. So I got myself very excited about the future. Next year is going to be a great year. We definitely got to take this guy Warren because we need hands to catch the ball and get first downs.
These goddamn exploding cigars. Like, gotta go, Jake. I'll call back later. Shit.
Neil, I love how somehow you're already optimistic. I think people could see Matt when I went to the wide shot there. This is unreal, though. I have never seen tech issues like this. This is what it looked like at one point. I was moving you guys around to try and figure out what the issue was. This was what apparently the viewers, Matt, were seeing at various points during that last phone call.
Oh, good. Okay.
The ghost of Neil was on the screen.
The ghost of Neil. The ghost of Neil still talking too, I'm sure.
Hell yeah, 100%. The funniest thing is when Neil just rambles, you can see the chat being like, play the exploding cigar video. End it.
He's the best. I love Neil.
Look, I've said it from the beginning. The biggest improvement the Jets seemingly have made this offseason, you hope, is coaching. Because I thought they were the worst coach team in the league last year. If they go from the worst to one of the best, like what happened in 97 with Parcells, they could be really good. But it's a lot to ask for that. Aaron Glenn's never been a head coach before. You know, like you hope it could be like Mangini in 06. Everyone brings up Parcells. How about an 06 Jets season? The 05 Jets were awful. They were 4-12. There weren't a lot of expectations in 06. And they won 10 games and made the playoffs. It was one of the most fun years, you know, being a Jet fan the last 25 years. That's the type of season I hope this team can have.
Yeah, me too. Just take a tangible step forward. That's my expectation. It's I would say pretty low. I'm not really putting a win total on that, but just show me signs that this coaching staff and regime is going to be okay.
Apparently, Matt is gone again. I mean, I see you, Matt, but the chat, this is unreal. We have never had a glitch like this in the history of StreamYard. I hate them. Julian says, draft day coming. Are the Jets going to make a stupid move? I hope not.
History tells you probably at some point there might be something that we scratch our heads over.
Okay, I think I figured out, by the way, the tech issue here. I don't know how to fix it, but Gator, I'm going to rely on you for this. So the only way we could see Matt is if I have him in the group layout button that StreamYard has. Gator knows what I'm talking about. So Matt is not visible if I go like this to the 2-cam shot that's custom built for the sizing of each camera. But like this, we could see Matt right now, I believe. So something's up with the overlay, I guess, or the whatever it's called on StreamYard here. Just a bunch of minutia. Something is up, I guess, with the, what would this be? This would be the media assets. This would be under, this would be under the overlay in the background. That's the issue right now. If Gator knows how to fix this, maybe. Robert with a super chat. Jets are only beating the Browns and Jags this season.
2-15. Come on now.
There's no way they're going to be a 2-win team. There's no way. You know how bad you have to be to do that? Like, that's historically bad.
It is historically bad. I mean, it's not long ago we saw a 2-win season with Adam Gase, but this team has more talent than that 2020 team. They're not going to be a 2-win team.
Yeah, just unreal. That better not be what happens here. Could you imagine if this team goes 2-15? That'd be worse than the Gase year, because Gase year, as you brought up, that was 2-14 in the 16-game season.
Yeah, so a lower win percentage, and that's tough to dig out of, man. That is really, really tough to get that back on track. So I would be very, very concerned about Aaron Glenn and Darren Muji if that's the case, if they win 2 games this year.
Matt, always appreciate you hopping on the show every week. Looking forward to catching up with you next week, and I'm sure there'll be more nonsense with the Jets for us to discuss.
More nonsense with the Jets, more nonsense with StreamYard. Whatever it is we get, we power through. I appreciate you having me, Jake.
Ladies and gentlemen, Matt O'Leary, Jets content creator, and might be a ghost, joining us here in his weekly spot of the show. Go subscribe to his channel, Matt O'Leary NY, if you haven't already. Once again, we're having tech issues, so I apologize to anyone just tuning in. I don't know how to fix them. I've tried everything here. So we're just going to, what did Bill O'Reilly say? F it, we'll do it live. We're trying. AD with a $50 super chat. Let's go, AD. I'm playing this for you.
Now, give me money. Or I shoot him. And I shoot all you motherfuckers. And then we take it. Your choice, bitches.
AD, we will get you down in the raffle. It's normally 10, but with this $50 super chat today, it's 12 because we're doing little bonuses on all the super chats. It's the last day to enter the ASMANIAC raffle, giving away 6 2010 Jet-themed prizes tomorrow. Shedeur Sanders is early Willie Beeman. Thanks for keeping us informed and entertaining, Jake. AD, I appreciate your support, man. This fan base is the best. And I just hope one one day we finally get rewarded for all our loyalty to this franchise. God. A lot of people asking for a scoreboard update. I recommend you refresh your YouTube browser and you'll see the poll again. But for those who can't do that, 55-45, JQuest, the 8 seed, up 10 on the number 1 seed in the Butter region. The committee thought, hey, are we going to get Bobby Midnight and Mikey Midnight in the Sweet 16? It was set up for that matchup to potentially happen. Well, right now, it looks like it will be JQuest that will head to the Sweet 16, and he would take on the winner of Mikey and Ricky NY. So we've already had a 1 seed go down earlier this week. Cheats fan getting knocked out by Weed the People. Weed slapped a bong over Cheats fan's head, and the rest was history. And now we might have our second number 1 seed go down, which would mean Gorman and Lane Train would be the last 2 remaining number 1 seeds. Charles Gorman did, in fact, advance to the Sweet 16. He picked up a win over Johnny Boy. And now we'll find out if we'll see another 1 seed go down. Lane's round of 32 matchup is against the Rick Kent. That will be coming up in a few days. All right. I also wanted to share this. For those of you who caught the show yesterday, Big Fella released another campaign-style video. We also have an update, if you got the newspaper this morning, on the smell that's going on in New Jersey. Some believe Charles Gorman might have something to do with it. So a little investigation update for you right here on your screen. So please stay safe if you're in New Jersey. Comments, questions, super chats. Cut the line. Let's say hello right now to the Allen Destroyer, Jets Johnny. What's up, Johnny?
Yo, what's up, Jake? How you doing, my man?
Good, dude. Great job on the latest track, man. That was so good.
Oh, I appreciate you, man. Yeah, that was just, just a little thing I put together, to show who I am and, that I've been here the whole time, So when you're voting, when you're making your decision, vote however you want to vote, but I've been here the whole time. And you guys were talking about the 2010 Jets earlier, and I didn't really get to see that team because I went to boot camp in October of 2010, so I kind of missed that whole thing, which really sucks because I was just getting like the newspaper clippings in the mail and whatnot, so I really didn't get to see that team. But the 09 team, that's my team. Like that was amazing. Like when we went to San Diego and beat them and Nick Keating took a shit on himself, missed a whole bunch of field goals, like that was peak fandom for me. Cause like I kind of sort of remember like the 98, because I was born in 91, so I kind of sort of remember 98, like the championship, but it was just kind of like I remember us being really happy being up and then everybody being really sad when we lost. So that I don't really remember that one too much, but 09 is my team, man. So like Jim Leonard, that was my guy. But anyways, I wanted to talk about the Jaxson Dart stuff because it like blows my mind that anybody would even consider thinking about taking him at 7, let alone like people talking about trading up to take him. I don't get it. Like the more I look at him, the more I like Trey Harris. Like that's all I get from this. So like I would be fine with Tyler Warren or Membu at 7. I prefer Membu because I want the offensive line to be solidified because like the last time we were good, the offensive line, we had all 5 guys, we were able to run the ball. And like I get we need weapons, but there's plenty of guys later in the draft that are good, like plenty of tight ends and stuff like that. So I like Membu. He's been consistent. He's done it for years. I like Tyler Warren. It's like, bro, he did it for 1 year. And like, do we really trust it? And the tight end at 7, I feel like there's other guys, Elijah Arroyo. I like him from Miami, like, because I watch him a lot. So I'm probably a little biased, but like, I feel like there's other guys. And like, we need to solidify the line first and foremost before we do anything else. So that's how I feel. But I don't know.
Yeah, that's totally fair. I just feel like the line for the most part is pretty solidified. Like you have a mobile quarterback now. You should be able to deal with a quote unquote weaker link at right tackle. And I just have faith in this tackle class. You could find someone on day 2 that could plug and play. Or you can move AVT to right tackle and find a guard. that can plug and play.
I hate that idea. I don't want to move ABT. He's
Why,
a Pro
though?
Bowl because he's a Pro Bowl guard. You know what I mean? Like at his spot, I get it. He's really good at tackle too. Like I totally get it. He's good no matter where he goes. But like his natural, like I know he played tackle in college and stuff like that. But he in the NFL, he's been a guard. He's been really good. Like let him cook
We have
there.
no
Let him do his
weapons, though,
things.
is my thing.
No,
I'd agree with you if we had more like weapons, but they signed no one in free agency right now that actually could catch passes.
No, I feel you. And that's why like a trade down would be like the most ideal, you know, if you could trade with the Bears or something like that and pick up that extra second round pick. Cause like I said, like I like the wide receivers and the tight end in the second and third round. And I feel like if you can get a couple more picks, but the problem is who's gonna trade up for, you know what I mean? So that's the only thing. So I feel like we're gonna be stuck at 7. And if we're stuck at 7, I want the guy that's done it consistent, that played in the SEC, that went up against the big boys, who mauled people, you know, and everybody's got room for improvement. But you know, I feel like we put him on the line and we're set. And then you know there's giant holes for Brees Hall and Breland Island to run through, and you know what I mean. And then like I said, like in the second round at 42, you can take a guy like Trey Harris, big body guy, he can go up, get the ball, you know. So I think we're overplaying like how bad the roster is. Like yeah, we're thin at wide receiver, but I believe in this team, you know, like I've been here the whole time. I've been here through the whole shit. So I'm always gonna keep faith. Like call me crazy. Like I was feeling what Neil was saying because I always think we're gonna go 20-0. It's March. Like, so you can't tell me nothing. I rock this shit in South Florida every single year, getting told I'm an idiot, I'm stupid, you know, whatever. I always rock my shit. So it doesn't matter. Like it's March. I feel like we're going 20-0. You can't tell me nothing. And you know, after the draft and stuff, I'll come back to reality after we get smacked in the face a few times. I know I'm dreaming, but you can't tell me nothing, man. Like, you know, this is our team. So that's how I feel. Like I feel I got all trust in AG and Muji. Like I don't care about nothing. I put my faith in this team, and you know, I hope for the best. And I'll probably look stupid, but you know, it's whatever, man. Like that's just how I feel, man. So you always gotta put on for your team, man. So you know, just have faith and don't lose faith, you know.
Speaking of don't lose faith, Bobby Midnight has all of a sudden gained 2 points. He's down 54-46. JQuest, he still has the lead. But Bobby Midnight could be making a comeback. Jets Johnny, I want your official endorsement here. Who did you vote for, JQuest or Bobby Midnight?
So first and foremost, respect to both of them, legendary gentlemen. But I had to go with Bobby Midnight. You know, I don't know exactly why I picked Bobby Midnight. Maybe because I'm subscribed to his show. And he's made me laugh. He's, you know, done the dances, you know, bunch of legendary stuff. JQuest, you know, same thing. JQuest with that the call like have me dying, man. Like when he calls into the shows, and then the little thing that Gator did with it. The first time I thought it was AI, it had me tripped out because I thought it was fake. And then I was like, oh, that's like funny, but like I didn't realize he actually called into the show. And then I was like, yo, that is fucking hilarious. Like that there's no way that he got like a national radio host with that. So you know, mad respect to JQuest too, but I just feel like I've known Bobby longer. And so, you know, even though he kind of switched up from Giants to Jets, it's all New York. So at the end of the day, you know, Bobby's the man. So I had to go with Bobby.
Fair assessment. Now, Jets Johnny, I'm going to play you out with your latest diss track. Your matchup is against Craig from Australia. It's coming up. It will be tomorrow.
Ain't no diss track though. Nothing but respect for Craig. But I had to put on for mine. That's all that was. It ain't no disrespect to Craig. So
well, ladies and gentlemen, Jets Johnny is a 14 seed. We've seen already a 15 seed get to the Sweet 16 and one punch Briga. He needed overtime to do it. D's Nuts gave him the battle of all battles. But we have a 15 seed in the Sweet 16. Could a 14 seed join?
Let's make it happen.
Let's find out. We'll find out tomorrow. Until then, Jets Johnny, this is for you. And hello, Craig.
G'day, mate. So who does that put me up against in the next round? Jets Johnny?
Jets Johnny, yeah.
Right. Jets Johnny, and then.
I'll start tripping, Greg.
Ain't no fan, I'm an OG vet. Bleeding green since the cradle got wet.
Right.
Every curse, every loss carved into my dome. Just Johnny brought tone, this pain is my home.
Right.
Why you hopped on when the hype got lit? I was in the trenches sticking with the whole shit.
Right.
33 scars, one heart, one name. Pledge my life to the green and white flame.
Right.
Pledge allegiance to the pain where the losses raised me. 33 years deep, no fair weather phase me. Craig talking big like he feel for this shit. Made up in reppin' green since the first sucked on a tick. Ozzy in your blood, America's my home. I'm the heart of the city. You play yourself, yeah, I'm flexing in and out. I'm flexing real pain. You just hopping in, I've been 10 towers in the game.
Right. I'm basking in the glory of my big win here. If I'm up against the Texan, flag in the office versus flag in the office.
Craig, are you hot?
That's one small step for man.
Sing legends for you, reppin' Texas now, show enough, bet that like you been here, you get repaired to Ozzy fans show up when I hype set his feet, I stay down, through that drive, never turn cheek, you walking like you're talking, well let's see, I been real from the jump, you just a FNG, you cheer when it's sweet, I bleed in the sour, you playing for the game, I'm built for that midnight, I would never flinch, Marine standing tall, you falling under pressure, I answer that call from the nosebleed, did you making shit in my bones, jet shining name, I'm calling this home, so talk where you want, but it say love beat.
Okay, I'm not saying I am Gary. Gary.
One giant leap for mankind.
All right, I am Gary. Right, Jets Johnny, and then. Game over.
Yeah, baby. Give it up to Jets Johnny, man. The ability to edit that, create the music, the lyrics, put it all together in such a short time. Amazing. We got some of the most creative people that tune into the show. Janice Jet. Let's go, Janice. She's in for 5. She gifted 5 memberships. For today, it is 6 because we're doing a little bonus to get more people in the raffle because we're doing a 6 gift raffle tomorrow on the show. First show on the day tomorrow is the plan for the ASMANIAC raffle.
It's the ASMANIAC membership raffle. For every membership gifted, you receive 1 ticket entered in the raffle to win epic prizes.
All right, these are from Janice, Johnny Bo, Bonnie, Ricky Fisher, 24 NY Jets 31, Brooklyn Jets, and Mike F. If you want a membership, make sure you're subscribed to the show. So that means you hit the subscribe button down below or on the right-hand side if you're watching. See a button that says subscribe, you click it. It takes 2 seconds. Boom, you've helped me. That's it. That's all I'm asking for. Then you hit the like button and make sure you have gift receipts on. And guess what? Someone might gift you a membership. It's random based on who interacts with the show the most, who comments, shares, engages. That's what it's based on. More calls now, shall we? Ladies and gentlemen, an OG is on the line. The 3 seed in the train region.
The only thing better than Alden shoes is Joey D, cause he totally rules. Jake, my brother, I'm high as a kite. I love everybody. Damn, this show is crazy. Jake, my brother.
Mr. Bonesy, how are we?
What a matchup, man. JQuest versus my boy Bobby Midnight. I mean, God, I love both of these guys.
I feel like Bobby quit. I'm like, he's not on hold right now. Like, he should be like roaring to get on as much as possible. He should be calling the shoe store like old times and just reminding people who he be. But I'm to this point, I am very disappointed in Bobby Midnight's performance as a 1 seed here. It feels like he's just laying down like a dog and dying.
He needs the support. This is killing Bobby. Bobby is very upset right now. He's, his feelings are hurt. He's butthurt. That's for starters, I haven't even, dude, StreamYard is not letting me vote. I had a customer and I had the poll up. I refreshed my browser about 76 times. It is not letting me vote because my plan was to see the poll started, and then whichever one of my boys was getting needed a little bump, I was going to give it to, and it's not letting me right now. So I don't know, man. Hopefully,
Well, here's
Bobby.
the thing. Go. You said StreamYard. Go on YouTube because the poll
No,
won't be
that's
on
what I
stream.
mean. I meant YouTube.
Okay.
No, you saw me coming in and out of StreamYard. I was trying to use an earpiece, but for a different conversation, I want to show you guys a new boot that we just made, and I've named it after our newest signee. It's the boot. Oh shit, we got a customer in here. We got two customers in here. Hold on.
Ask him if they'll vote for Bobby Midnight. He could use their support.
Let's ask him. You ever heard of Bobby Midnight?
I know Bobby Midnight.
You don't know Bobby
Legendary
Midnight?
Bobby Midnight?
This is one of our good customers.
Hey,
man.
Dan.
What's up, man? Bobby Midnight
He's
could use your
coming here
vote.
for years.
He's currently trailing.
Hey,
Look at Bobby.
He's a nice guy. Looks like a movie actor too. Tell him. He looks
Look at this
like,
boot. Look at this boot. It's called the Sherwood.
that's nice. Ooh.
We just named that boot called the Sherwood. From a man, we just locked him up. He's our new guy. So we got to name him after the Jets. I got other boots. I have a boot. I didn't even show you guys. I have a boot called the Dirty Bones. And it's one of our top sellers. I'm talking like we sell about 60 pair a year, you know. I've been naming some and that nickname stems from my partner who works here. One of my partners, he's my childhood friend. His name used to be Dirty when we were younger, and I was Bones. So we were like, yo, let's make a boot and take your nickname from high school and my Dirty Bones. And it just took off from there. So, well, back
That's what they call my bones too.
Yeah. Well, Bobby, keep your head up, baby. Don't get down.
I'm fine. I'm doing good.
Keep your head up.
Oh yeah, no, I'm happy. I'm doing great today. I have haters. Yeah, I'll lick your boots, okay? Yeah, I know.
It'd be better if I was showing you a picture of my wife,
I'm glad
right?
that Neil kicked your ass, Indy. I was so happy. Neil, you beat Indy Jets. That was great. Yeah. I know. Yes, Bobby Bone is definitely dirty. Definitely, I am. I love you, Nick. Yes, I love you. I love everybody in the chat, even my haters. I love them. So, no, I'm not. J8. No, I'm not gonna retire. I'm happy. I have my own show. I don't need you to tell me I'm gonna retire. I am not retiring. I'm gonna get a part-time job. I know, Rat Diddy. No, he did not break me. So, Rat Diddy, I have my own show, which you never come on. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. Okay, so, yep.
Are you surprised with the results so far, Bob?
Yeah, he's a Jet fan. I'm not. And I had my 3
Later,
month
bro. Good
I
seeing
had
you.
my 3-month period on the show. Yes, I'm behind.
Well,
and
you
Mike
just gained
B's-
another point. It's a 6-point game all of a sudden, Bobby. Don't give up. There's ways for you to still win.
I'm not giving up. Well, won't you play that Knoble? When the first time I called.
Oh, I'm back.
No, I did that way before JQuest. He just
You want me to play the Knoble call?
Yes, thank you. All 3 of them.
I don't know if I have all 3 handy, but I'll
Oh, I'm
honor
sorry.
a request. Hold on, I gotta find. You can't just
Do
say, play this.
McPherson first. That was
Bobby tells me how to jump. I ask how high.
Yeah, there's levels to this, Bob. Hold on.
Yeah, I
see what
know.
we
You
have.
having a problem today. I understand.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, here is Bobby Midnight calling the fan a year ago.
All right, let's go back to Bob in Vermont.
I wanted to ask you, what do you think the Jets and Giants will do on the draft, your choices? And also, do you ever hear of a player from college called Knoble?
Knobu? From what school?
College.
Yeah, but what college?
It's just college. Do you ever hear that guy's name?
No, I've never heard of Knobu from college.
Knoble.
Knobo from college? What position does he play?
He plays offense and defense.
He plays offense and defense? He's a two-way guy?
Yep. That's what he said.
How do you spell the last name?
Knoble. I can't remember how you spell it. It starts with K. I know that.
Okay, because I'm spelling it wrong on Google.
No, Knoble.
Thanks for the call, Bob. I do not know who Knobo is. Maybe somebody listening knows of a player, a two-way player coming out of college that gives you like 300 options. Look at that zoo. He's just laughing. I'm trying to find out. A two-way player plays offense and defense. Knobo is coming.
And then I couldn't believe I didn't even laugh. Jake.
Bobby, good morning. How are you?
First, the Jets, okay? I wanted to see what you think about the Jets draft choice, and I got a choice that you might wanted to hear from. Like Knoble from college, he's supposed to be good. He plays both ways. He's from college. Do you ever hear of the guy?
Bob, you know what? I got to be honest with you, and I thank you for the phone call. There's a lot of guys who play in college. I'm not familiar with that name that you threw out there, to be quite honest with you. You guys know who he was talking about? Because it totally escaped my mind. The two-way prospect playing Ironman football, which, like I said, not too familiar with there.
It went on so much further than I ever thought could be possible. It's some of the best shit I've ever seen.
Plenty on the table. Up to Vermont we go. It's Bob. It's the fan. What's going on, Bobby?
Hey, Moose. I heard about this player called Knoble from college. Do you ever hear Knoble from college?
No. Who's that?
His name is Knoble. He plays both ways from college.
No, I don't know who you're talking about.
You never heard of Knoble?
No. And Bob, thanks a lot for the call. It's been forever.
Remember, Jake, I called in after I did it, and then I said I couldn't stop. Couldn't believe I stopped laughing. I was laughing to you that day.
I give you credit. It ain't easy
Bobby,
to do that.
You want a pair of Dirty Bones boots? Look, check these out. This is the original Dirty Bones, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And then this is Dirty Bones 2.0.
Uh-huh. Wow, those are nice.
Yeah, bro. You go on the website, it's funny because people who don't know about the Bonesies think Dirty Bones, they have no idea. It's funny hearing people talk lingo. Yo, man, those are a nice pair of Dirty Bones.
Yeah. Well, I
hell
have
yes.
A dirty bone anyway. It hasn't been.
So Bobby, I was telling my wife this morning about your matchup.
Yeah.
But I also told her that I've been showing her some of like JQuest's comedy.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
And she was a little torn, but her heart has always been with you, and she gave you her vote.
All right, Mrs. Bonesy, I love you.
We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
That's big. You got the Bonesy wife endorsement there.
Yes, Mrs. Bonesy is a very nice lady.
All right.
Yeah. Yeah. I say happy birthday to her.
I have an idea for you to potentially get back in this thing.
Yeah.
I think you got to sit in the orange chair.
Orange chair. Okay, yes, I will sit in the orange chair. I gotta get it.
All right, here we go.
It's on the other side over there.
Could this get Bobby his vote?
Yeah, I'll get it.
He's currently down 53-47. There's 551 votes that have been cast. There are still votes out there. People are joining in progress all the time. People go out of their way to maybe not watch live, but just come in to vote.
Right.
And they tune in at the right time, and they see a wild Bobby Midnight rearranging things in his apartment.
Yeah.
Could it be enough to earn some votes to at least get this thing tied so we might have another overtime?
Let's try. I think you may have a good idea. I haven't done that anything. So it's good to get move stuff over. Let's make it some chair. Well, it's salmon, remember we went over it. Salmon. Right, Jake?
Oh, yeah.
Now,
here's Bobby Midnight. You could see him, folks, grabbing the chair. He's moving methodically through the studio apartment.
I'm colorblind.
Here we go.
I thought it looked orange to me.
He's gonna sit
Yeah,
in the chair.
My chair. See if it
Now-
works. I did that before. Play that funny video when I'm moving it around and you see my fat ass.
Sit in the chair, Bob. Just sit in the chair.
I will. In the chair. Hello.
There we go. Now put your hands up like we're riding a roller coaster. Yeah. Oh yeah. Sway back and forth, baby. Give the people what they want.
Oh yeah, they want it, baby.
Yeah.
Yeah. No,
Vote for Bobby or JQuest as sitting in the orange chair. Is that the secret weapon for Bobby? Is that like when Uncle Phil brought out Lucille? Is that the secret weapon?
Lucille? Who's that?
Have you seen Fresh Prince of Bel-Air?
Oh yeah, Lucille. Oh yeah, the pool table. Yeah. Right? The pool. What do you call that thing?
Sway back and forth, Bobby. The chat is saying they'll vote for you if they get more swaying.
More swing.
Sway.
Sway.
Now they want you to do a full stretch too, like go from up all the way and then reach down, like from above your shoulders to down to your toes.
Oh, I could do that.
Almost like you're doing like an aerobics class, almost. You know?
Yeah.
Yep,
I'm
just
a
keep
lot
swaying.
better in the tummy now, Jake. I could do this.
Yeah, no, you're moving great. Honestly, I'm gonna bring on someone to help you with this class. All right?
Yeah.
Here we go. We know who to go. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's say hello to.
Hi, Beast.
Buenos dias, amigo. How are you feeling, amigo?
Much better. I'm losing the weight.
Okay, there you go. Get that. Come on, you can get that up there. There you go. Break those things up like that.
Well, a couple of months ago, I could do this.
Get all that emotion running. There you go. Have to spirit. Pick it up. Pick it up. There you go.
A couple of months I could do this with
Hey,
my
Bobby, just remember, don't let those bastards push you around. Just be the man who you are. Be a man. Come on, man. Hello, David T. How are you doing today? There you go. Get some of that spirit in there. Come on, kid. What do you say? You got it. You got it. You got it. Keep it going, baby. There you go. Use that. Use that. There you go. Press all those kicks out of the back and you'll feel like a new man.
I'm a lot better than 2 months ago.
There you go. Hey, look at you. There you go. There you go. That's the spirit.
Yep, I could do it. I'm definitely could do that.
Yeah. All right.
I lost my tummy. My tummy really feels good.
There you go. Now, there you go, Bobby. Keep it up, kid. Come on. Don't let them go.
I'm older than you. I'm older than you. Get it? I'm 16 years older than you. Okay?
I understand that, but hey.
You're only in your 40s.
Gotta keep it going, brother, man. Gotta keep it going. Gotta keep it going. Come on, kid.
Yeah.
Come on, what do you say, man?
Hi,
Hello,
David T.
David T. How you doing there, Chief?
Hi, David T.
Come on, man. Don't worry. Really good, Bobby. You're looking great. Hey.
You're not
I'm
joking.
young, but hey, you still got a lot of power in your left.
Yeah.
That's what I like about you. You got some spirit, kid.
Well,
there you go.
Kid, you're a kid. Down.
I got
down.
Who's gonna be the best of the bunch? It's Maniac Madness. You get to pick the ones who make the show rock.
We're joined now by JQuest. JQuest, your response to Bobby Midnight's attempt to stage a comeback. It's 52-48. 575 votes have been cast so far. Your thoughts?
I just literally popped in. I didn't know what the score was, so it's 52-48 Bobby.
52-48 you, but you were up 10, and Bobby doing the aerobics class there seemingly gained him some points with the viewers.
Oh, good for Bobby. That's great. Can I just, I have like 2 minutes, Jake, because I had 5 minutes, but now it's 2.
Let it rip.
So you're watching this show. You're a Jet fan like me. Where was Bobby in 92 when Dennis Byrd went down? I was crying. You know what he was doing? He just watched the Giants win the Super Bowl 2 years earlier. Where was he the next week when Brian Washington got a pick versus the Bills, returned it? Where was he with the fake spike? Where was he with Kotite? Where was he when Leon Johnson threw a halfback pass versus the Lions the last game of the year to cost us the playoff spot? Where was he versus Denver when we lost to them in the championship game? Where was he when Vinny got hurt? I bleed green, baby. Vote for JQuest. I've been there. I'm 45. I've been a Jet fan since I was 10 years old. Bobby celebrated 4 Super Bowls. But Jake, I die without a Jet Super Bowl. My life would not be fulfilled. And I love my kids. That's a different kind of love. Love my wife, love my kids. A Jet Super Bowl is what I need, is what you who are watching this show right now need. Bobby's seen that. Don't feel bad for Bobby because he's losing to me. Vote the Jet fan, baby.
JQuest. Oh, he left. Well, I go back to Joe Walton, JQuest. I know I saw everything happening. So me and Michael cheers for the Giants. I cheer for the Jets. So that's how it goes. I know the Jets' history. So congratulations, you're winning. I'm happy for you. Okay, you're great. I did what I could do. Can you play more music, Jake? I want to do more exercise.
Bobby, I love you. What did you see? You were rooting for the Giants, and I love you, man. Don't take this the wrong way. Don't say you watched Joe Walton. Everyone can hear me. Don't say you were rooting for the Jets back then. You're a Giant fan, and I respect it. Don't say, I don't care. Michael is a Jet fan, and I love you, brother. He's a Jet fan. Don't say and disrespect us to say you're a Jet fan or you became a fan of the Jets. I'm not talking to you, bro. I'm on the phone. You're good.
Okay, bye.
Let's go, baby. Get up. This guy's a Giant fan. Listen, man. That's all I'm saying. I bleed. You a Jet fan? What are you? What do you got? Come here, boy. Come here. I'm on a Jake Asman show. Come here, my friend. Yo, come on. You're on YouTube right now. I'm JQuest.
Nice to meet you. My name is Steve.
What's up, Steve? Yo, say hi to people. I'm in the battle versus a Giant fan in a Jet YouTube show. Say what's up.
How you doing, man? Just know Russell Wilson sucks. I used to like Jameis Winston in college. He fucking sucks. He stole crab legs. He ain't doing shit for you. I had to suffer through the Mark Sanchez days. If you say you were a Jets fan, suck your dick because you're lying.
Yeah, let's go, baby. Shut up. Yeah, I got to go later. Yo, nice meeting you, bro. Yo, later, Bobby.
Okay, I'm done, Jake. Thank you very much for doing that for me. Appreciate it. You're great, Jake. Okay, everybody have a good day. We'll see you later. I'll stay on in back, Jake, for now. Because I'll congratulate I'll congratulate JQuest later. I could be in the back, Jake, okay? Got more clothes. Okay, Jake. Love you guys. Look at me. Jake, I'm so low in this chair. I'm not as tall. I'll just stay in this chair till the end. So, not that bad in here today. Yep. So we're doing good. All right, guys. You see, JQuest is the true Jet fan. He's great. He's a great guy. Oh, we can't see that. Hold on. I gotta move up so I can see at least the thing. What did he say? Oh, thank you, Curly. I appreciate that. Yeah. It's amazing. Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah, I agree with that. But, we'll see what happens. If I lose, I lose, I want to win, but, But Mikey's going all the way, I think. So he'll destroy JQuest. Bobby is not. It's not over. Thank you, Mimosa. Appreciate that. I do appreciate that. Thank you for sharing me on, Mimosa. Appreciate that. Bobby, Sarah. I'm not a sore loser, okay, Bill Will? I have my own channel. I'm not crying peanuts, okay? I am not a Jet fan, Bill Will, okay? Thank you. Going back to work. Oh, goodbye, JQuest. Have a great day. Enjoy your trains. Your trains. Enjoy. He's a great guy. Yeah, I know that a purple belt mark. I'm not ending. I'm happy. Bobby, we need to speech. Okay, thank you. We need a speech. Peter Castro, not over yet, Bob. Thank you, Peter Castro. You always have my side. I have your side, my friend. I love you. I love you, Peter Castro. Gary. Yep, Gary King Jr. Still take. Get Mikey. Well, Mikey is not here now. He's not here now. Bobby will like Rick Pitino. Where's your heart? Yeah, I like Rick Pitino. Yes, I get that. I'm happy. Bobby, do not go quietly until that good night. I know, right? No, I'm trying. I did the exercise and it felt good. Bobby, get up and dance. But okay, I'll dance more. Just for you, Mimosa. Can we play the rock video? Rock music? Yeah, get more dancing. Now I got 2 chairs. I'll just do this one. You guys ready for the dance now? I'm ready to go. No, I didn't. Every wants to sing.
Come on, hey, let's do a little YMCA if we can do that right now. Yo,
Bobby.
What?
I'm here to support you, man.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
I've got some work.
Hello. Jay Feisty, how are you doing there?
You know, as this show has progressed,
hello there.
it's
Santa Claus.
This is an Asmaniac bracket, not a Jets fan bracket.
Yeah, well, thank you for all these.
Let's get the people dancing.
And
something
JQuest's only argument is that he's a Jets fan. I'm sick of this slander from him. It's not good enough. It's like, you know, a real Asmaniac isn't gonna, you know, take another Asmaniac out like that.
Me a smelly potato, smelling around the potato too. So
I'm done with this hate. You know, like JQuest can say he's a Jets fan all he wants. We're all Jets fans. What does that mean? You know?
Well,
he's not out here dancing. He's not out here dancing. He's not out here spreading the love. I'm not down. I'm not down with the hate. Only with the love, Bobby. So I reckon everyone in here that hasn't voted, they need to vote for Bobby Midnight. Let's get this comeback started. If the Bombers can win today, so can Bobby Midnight.
Are you in the summer? Where are you?
In Australia, it just hit autumn, but I'm in Finland right now, so
hey,
it's
Bobby,
spring.
you know this part. Come on, man.
What part of? What is it in Finland?
Spring.
Oh, springtime. We have spring here too. Okay, now the ending, the finale.
Bobby, can you do the worm?
No, I can't do the worm with my back. Not with my back. No, not with my back. My back.
That's all right.
Bad.
That's all right. You're doing
If
great.
my back was better, I would do it. Trust me.
You know, like for anyone tuning in now, like they wouldn't know this is the Jake Asman show. They'd think that it's the Bobby Midnight show.
No, I think it's the Jake show. We love Jake.
We do, but
Jake,
the way you're taking over.
Yeah.
You know, it's not.
Well, you guys are helping me, Jay Graves and Reese and you.
Not everyone had the ability to go onto another show and take over that show. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Jake Graves, I love you. Thank you for showing up.
Love you, Bobby.
I love you too. Where are you, Jake Graves? You driving?
Well, I was hoping Jake could bring me out later because I have a little something I want to say. But yes, I'm at the beach with a real background.
I'll get off and then you could do it. You could say,
no, did you, Bobby? You're the one in the bracket today.
yeah, I know. But you're here to support me. I love it.
Of course.
Yeah, don't. I know.
Let's go, Bobby.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Oh, this is sexy music.
Bobby, you reckon you could freestyle for us?
Freestyle what?
Just over the words. I don't know. Come up with a song.
No, I can't do it right. I'm bad at that. Mikey's better than me. This is like six.
We can't really see you, Bobby. You gotta stand up.
Okay, hold on. Let me move it again. I'm sorry, guys.
We can only see your shoulders.
Oh yeah, I know. Oh, I don't know how. I don't know how everybody does it backwards. This chair. Yeah.
There you go.
There you go, Bobby.
Get it, Bobby.
Come on, Bobby, get that YMCA in here, kids. There
No,
you
we
go.
Jake has enough of my tips on the show anyway. Okay, what does that say? Bobby. I didn't read his comment. What's this? Can you put up Nick's comment? Bobby, move. Hey, I've been moving quickly. I've been doing a lot better. Why? Just got out of my chair. It's a low leg gravity chair, Nick.
Gil says, flash us, Bobby.
Who says it?
Gil.
Neil?
Gil, G-I-L.
Oh, Gil. Okay.
Never heard of him.
Woo!
How you doing, Jake? JQuest, how you doing there, champ?
Where is he? What does that say?
Yes!
Vote Bobby
Vote for
Midnight.
Bobby. Thank you
The
very
only way to
much.
go. It's the only way to go.
Thank you.
JQuest is gone for a reason.
No, he has to work today. He's working at the trains. I'm going to get a part-time job on Monday. And look at my body. It's getting so sexy. My tummy is down. Doing good. My chest is good.
Who's gonna be the best of the bunch? Yes, Maniac Madness. You get to pick the ones that make the show rock. Who's the king? How's it you?
Oh, baby. Was that enough to get Bobby back in the race? It might have been. It's 51-49. We got a ball game again. Bobby Midnight has made up 10 points. Does he have enough to win and survive in the greatest tournament in all of sports? JQuest has called in. People thought it was over after the mic drop where he ran into a random Jet fan and talked his trash. Ladies and gentlemen, it is a real battle. Darth Crypto in the Asmaniac Raffle. Stack in the Asmaniac Raffle. Scott Foster wants Bonesy to know he needs boots like King needs chicken soup, and that he needs some Dirty Bones boots. Great call by Mr. Bonesy earlier. This is a real battle right now, folks. Curly with a super chat. A vote for Bobby's a vote for True Asmania. Number one is on hold in the background more than this man. Or no one's on hold in the background. It's not only Jet Madness, it's Asmaniac Madness. Folks, it is a battle right now. 51-49. Once again, we know how this works. It ain't over till Charles Gorman farts around here. George writes in, Bobby Midnight OnlyFans account is the next step of his evolution. Pat McAfee's tank top, who is definitely a blast at parties, says, this tournament is not legit. Jay controls how long polls are open, so he can basically manipulate the vote. I can't manipulate anything. It's the same rules for everyone. You can call in when it's your day, as many times as you want. The show is typically between 2 and 2.5 hours. And it's also, get this, Pat McAfee's tank top, for fun. This is not Game 7 of the World Series. Calm down. JQuest says, Jake, I love your show, but Bobby getting 2 hours of airtime is dirty. Well, JQuest, I told you I'd be fair to you. I would show the picture that you sent in earlier, which we did, and I would play your calls. So we played Bobby's prank call, And I have yours to still play. Ladies and gentlemen, here's JQuest's most recent call to WFAN.
Hey, do you go to the gym by any chance and play basketball by any chance or no?
Not recently. Why? You thought you saw me hooping somewhere?
I go to LA Fitness in Levittown. We have this tournament, right? 64 of us. And we play basketball, 1 versus 16, and we kind of grade each other based on our, how we play. So I'm the 8 seed. I got to go versus the 1 seed. So I beat the 9 seed 10. Shout out to Ted easily. But I got to play the 1 seed, right? Here's my problem with the 1 seed. His name is Bobby. Bobby, if you're listening, I'm sorry. I love you. This guy, have you ever smelled rotten potatoes, Keith?
No, but go
Dude,
on.
so rotten potatoes is the second worst thing I've ever smelled in my life. The first is Bobby. Do I spray this guy with Mando before I play him or some butter and make him smell better, or do I just grind it out and try to hump my way to a win?
I have a rule. If I can smell you, I'm going to tell you. Have you told him?
Bobby it's just another level, bro. And, I don't even know what to say. The 16 seed didn't even show up when he had to play him. And Bobby thought that he just won because the guy was afraid, but it was because he smelled.
He's like, no, I can't.
He didn't show up.
I can't have that smell in my nose.
If I post this guy up, I might vomit. I'm serious.
He thinks that John and Bobby need to get a job. This cowboy eats the sticks.
It's 10 times worse than rotten potatoes.
Thanks for the call, man. There's enough humans that smell like rotten potatoes on the subway.
Ladies and gentlemen, call 1. Here's call 2.
Reed in Battleboro. What's up, Reed?
Hey, Chris. How are you?
Good. How are you, buddy?
I've been better. Having a hard time sleeping since I moved out here from Glen Oaks.
Oh, yeah?
But
I know all about having trouble sleeping, buddy.
I was calling about the Jets, but actually I had a basketball point, too, real quick, if you don't mind, about St. John. So before the season started, I made a friendly wager with my friend who's a Chiefs fan. His team is Xavier. He's a big Xavier fan.
Okay.
And he's like, Xavier's going to win the Big East this year. Put your money where your mouth is. So we bet $1,000 on that. Not the regular season, the Big East tournament. And he's got Xavier, coached by Big Cho. They got Lane Kerner, Charles Gorman, Bobby Midnight. But they're a good team, but I think the Johnny's got them. I'm hoping. Who knows?
Yeah, well, you're hoping they get picked off on Thursday against Xavier.
Yeah, in regards to the Jets point, we need a quarterback. I get it. We've been there, quarterback hell forever and whatnot. I know a couple nights ago you were saying you would pick Sanders, I think.
Yes, if Sanders is there at 7, I would take him, yes.
I don't know. Cam Ward, 100%, I would take him. But what about this kid from Arizona State, Dixon Hole? His receivers with the Bonesy brothers, Joe and Anthony. And Jaden Daniels left LSU at Arizona State because this kid was outperforming him. The only problem is he's like an 8th-year senior because of that whole COVID thing. So he's like almost like a Chris Winkie type guy or like Rick Kent from Brigham State. What are your thoughts on him?
Yeah, I mean, I don't have real strong opinions on him. I'll be telling you honestly, I haven't broke down the film, but I'm not going to take him 7. You want to take him later? You want to take any one of these quarterbacks? It doesn't have to be him. It could be whoever you want.
The magic of JQuest. Folks, quick standings update as we've reached the last about 13 minutes of the show. 52-48, JQuest still up on the number 1 seed. Bobby Midnight made a huge comeback to get it 51-49. Things have stabilized a bit. It is a 52-48 lead for JQuest as we enter the home stretch. Jay Graves is next on the show today. Hello, Jay Feisty.
What's up, Jake? How are you?
I'm living the dream. What a battle we have here.
So
huh?
I'm here with the beautiful Jersey Shore. I'm using my truck to talk over this back there somewhere, the Seaside Bridge, or as locals like to call it, the Sleeside Bridge. But there's been some shots fired at me that I got to address a little bit here. So first, Saturday when I told Rob, he said I hate him. I don't hate anybody. I might strongly dislike people. I don't hate anybody. So let's not put words in my mouth. Thank you. Second one, Kyle Clifton, great competitor. Looking forward to our Rumble or our match on Monday. But he put in your Discord a big old prologue about how he goes to all the games. He's a very passionate Jet fan. We all are. That's great. I'm very proud of you, Kyle. But then he had the audacity to say that the best of the best trophy means something to him, implying that it doesn't mean something to me. Shout out to Clancy for clarifying for him that he came up with it and it means something to all of us. So wasn't really liking that. But I thought I might remind people who I be. I coined the term 4%ers, if y'all remember. I called in because I'm a fan of the New Heights podcast, and they are 92%ers. And I said, hey, let us ladies be 4%ers. Also, a vote for me on Monday is a vote for all the 4%ers. So if you love Weenie, if you love Genergy, if you love Aurora, if you love Raven, if you love Mimosa, I know I'm forgetting people, but if you love 4%ers, you vote for me. I'm the last one riding, and I'm the highest seated 4%er. I also do my calls. I do quality over quantity. I'm not trying to call it every day. I call when I have something to say. But let's remember, I've been to Bonesies. I was there for the Marilyn Monroe birthday song. I have called in from my cabin on the river. I have done shots with Jake after wins. I have been to meetups and games. Had a first eyewitness account to the hump heard around the world. And I danced with Mikey. So I mean, we are all passionate Jet fans. I have no doubt Kyle is a very passionate Jet fan. I'm a passionate Asmaniac. I mean, let's be real. I am in this. I'm in this. That's kind of what I want to say. And also, love Bobby, love JQuest. I mean, I'm a staple in the community, especially in the Nick Shine era or area of the Asmaniac and the Bobby show. I'm on there all the time. I have met multiple people in this bracket in real life. They're all my buddies. I am a pillar in this community. I'm just saying. A vote for me is a vote for all the 4.5%ers. So let's go. Let's go.
Strong. JQuest. Great. JQuest. Jay Graves. Too many J's going on here. Jay Graves. Excellent call. You make some great points. It's going to be tight here. I agree. Very salient. 52-48, almost 700 votes. Bobby
That's
Midnight
crazy.
getting people to the polls today, baby.
I will say JQuest. I mean, I know Bobby. I will give him credit. Had that Knoble one, but JQuest, just his smoothness of like how he does it. Like I don't know how he doesn't crack. I can't be serious. My face shows everything. So I give JQuest all the credit. They're both my boys. I voted for Bobby only because that's the way my bracket breaks, and my bracket is screwed. So I'm trying to get every point I can get. But yeah, they're both awesome. I love both of them. They're both my buddies in real life. I've met both of them. So yeah, great battle today. But yeah, have a great day, everybody. And I will see y'all later.
Ladies and gentlemen, Jay Graves checking in. Good call there. All right, home stretch here. Plus, also home stretch for raffle entries. For those of you just tuning in, we're doing the Asmaniac raffle tomorrow. One of the biggest ones we've ever done. We're giving away 6 items. They're all autographed by great Jets from the 2010 Jet season. Darrelle Revis, Pro Football Hall of Famer, arguably the most dominant Jet of all time. Rex Ryan, the last successful coach this franchise has had. Bart Scott, synonymous with that 2010 team for the famous Can't Wait interview with Sal Palantonio on ESPN. Tone Time, who won how many games for the Jets in the clutch in 2010. Cromartie, him and Revis, Batman and Robin in the secondary. Nick Mangold, one of the great centers in the NFL during his dominant career with the Jets. All those items given away tomorrow. Last chance to enter. If you get the membership, you're in the raffle. And for today, only a $5 super chat will get you 1 raffle ticket. $10 super chat will get you 2. And we incentivize the $20 super chats. They're normally 5. They're 6 today. So another way to enter in addition to just gifting a membership if you so choose. Purple Belt Mike is up next here. PBM. Oh, you know what? Hold on. Time might be limited. Mike, I'm going to come right back to you, but we got a special call on the line. I just saw this as I clicked the button. Ladies and gentlemen, we head back right now to the shoe store in Midtown. Alden's we go.
The only thing better than Alden's shoes is Joey D, cause he totally rules. Jake, my brother, I'm high as a kite. I love everybody. Damn, this show is crazy.
Yo. Look who's here. We got the wifey.
Wow. Big fella in
the flesh.
City, bro.
In the flesh, man.
Got off the bed. Got off the bed, bro.
He got off the bed. He put on his shoes to come to the shoe store.
Wow.
I had to come to the legendary Alden shoe store if I'm going to be in the city. Everybody's got to check this place out.
Yo, Big Fella's bringing the heat, man. He's coming into the shoe store to get his rep going, man. This is putting notches on the belt.
That's
right. I like this kid.
This is my boy right here. So yeah.
Big fella pulling out all the stops to try and take down Gorman.
Yo, Jake, remember when we had the party and then we went to the Knicks game, the Knicks party, and Big Fella couldn't make it. So now he finally gets to come in and come to the shoe store and see what's up.
That's right. And you know what? I'd be remiss too if we're gonna have Big Fella on. All right. I would be remiss if we didn't introduce him properly by playing this.
Ladies Thomas Bell is on the bed. That's what feels good. On the road, Spell is on the bed. In a dirty hotel room. Cause the show Spell is on the bed. He's just more comfortable. He got a beard, loves the jets, SuperChats. Where's a big fella, sleeps alone. There's no room on his bed. Where's a big fella?
Isn't that amazing?
He's
Oh,
out of the
man.
bed, baby. He's live and in person at
Charles.
Alden's in Midtown.
Charles, I'm coming for that ass, boy. Like I said, be prepared. Charles, this is gonna be big shoes to fill, bro. Stop at the shoe. Charles, you're next, man. You gotta come in and you gotta just fart on one of these chairs because we know that's what you want to do. All right, well, hey, it's a great battle.
Yep. Love this man right here.
Who you got? Who you got? I mean, it's coming down to the wire here, folks.
Let's go.
Let's go.
52-48, 700
That
votes
should
have
help the
officially
campaign for you.
been cast. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. The great Big Fella and Mr. Bonesy calling in together. Wow. Look, it's not going to be easy for Big Fella against Gorman, but he is putting forth quite the effort to try and give himself the best chance possible. And that, my friends, you have to respect.
Hold on, I'm going to record right now. Hold on.
Oh, you.
We know it won't be easy, but Big Fella's doing everything he can. Ladies and gentlemen, Purple Belt Mike is next. Hey, PBM.
Yo, I just want to give my support for Bobby, not because I don't like JQuest. I love JQuest, but I've been asking you, JQuest, to prank where Jake works, ESPN, and you haven't done it yet. And Bobby was so open to pranking. I mean, so open to supporting me yesterday. So I wouldn't agree with myself if I didn't support Bobby. So Bobby, hang in there, man. It's close. I don't know how much time we got left, but maybe you could pull it out. If not, JQuest is the man too. So all good.
52-48, 702 votes have been cast. Bobby Midnight was down 10. He made a spirited comeback. Does he have a rally in his bones here with a few minutes left on the show?
I was down 15, and then I came back to within 1, I think was the end, right? Or 2? Something like that.
Yeah, it ended up being a tight battle.
So you never know. Maybe you can do it, Bobby. We'll see.
Mike, great call and a tremendous jersey and button you have on there.
Yeah, where is it? Right here.
Love it.
Yeah, baby.
Ladies and gentlemen, Purple Belt Mike. PBM. All right, couple super chats here. First, J-Mall gifted a membership. He is in the raffle for 1. J-Mall, thank you. Ralphie in the raffle for 6, supporting the show with this this $20 super chat. Let's go.
We're the freaking New York Jets, so we're built for this shit.
Voted for Bobby. He's great entertainment, and a JQuest loss may mean he koshers his house again. Ralphie with a support message to Bobby Midnight. 52-48 remains the score. Ladies and gentlemen, let's check in with one of our 2 seeds, someone that has already advanced to the Sweet 16. Let's get his thoughts on who he is voting for in this highly competitive elite matchup between Bobby and JQuest.
I got my Iron UJ. I hope you like my Jets take. You know they call me David T. It's not easy for me to see, but if you bring me full stream, you might like what I had to say. I'll need to get real damn close, cause my vision is dog shit.
Hi, Jake.
David, how are you?
I'm doing fine. Let me just throw something out at you. I had an idea. Gator is so good at the intros and so funny and so clever and everything. You know, maybe you can have a call with the Gator Award and have us vote on the best intro video, you know, throughout the year. I mean, just an idea I had, you know.
I like it. It's funny you mentioned that. We actually are in talks of doing some sort of award show from the tournament theme awards. So
cool.
You're not far off.
Cool. Very cool. And I just I think Purple Belt Mike was very deserving of advancing yesterday. It was such a tight race, but I'd like to thank the people that thought enough of me to give me a vote.
You deserve the votes. Mike's a great competitor, but you're a 2 seed for a reason, baby.
Yeah, and as far as today's competition, I love Bobby to no end, and I mean, here's another one. Every once in a while, there's a group of two that you just wish it would be a tie, but I had to pick somebody, so I did go with JQuest.
Wow, that surprises me, David. I figured you'd be a Bobby guy.
I am a Bobby guy. I mean, I am, but I think the deal breaker, Jake, when the two phone calls.
Interesting.
I mean, it was so clever and funny, and I just I can't help but in listening to that, just big smile on my face. So hey, if you can bring laughter to somebody in your life, I mean, hey, what else can you say?
I'll tell you what, David. To me, I thought you were going to say it was the videos by JQuest. I thought you were going to say it was the moment when Bobby Midnight flipped out on you. That happened when I was live on the air. He was live at the same time, and he was in a very pissy mood that day. And he referred to you as Santa Claus when he said this.
Shut up, Dave. I can't stand Santa Claus. Shut the fuck up, Santa Claus. You fucking eye. Oh, look at my eye. Oh, look at my eye.
You seem like you're in a good mood and ready to go for 20 more hours.
The weird thing about that, Jake, is I wasn't quite as, I guess I'm a little more well known to everybody now. It was just it was a thing to really bring me to the forefront a little bit on your show. So I actually give Bobby credit for doing that.
Yeah, he brought you a lot. That's a great point. He brought you a lot of notoriety because we played that clip a bunch and we laughed and had some fun with it.
Yep, that's what I mean, boy. Laughter's the best medicine.
David, you're the man. I'm excited for you to be in the Sweet 16. And really, if you look at your matchup in that Sweet 16, I mean, you talk about two callers with completely different personalities. That's Neil and you going at it for a spot in the Elite Eight.
Well, if you have a second here, so moving on, you might as well just put me in the hole because now I got to go up against the Godfather, and I just have the utmost respect for Neil. He's one of my favorites.
I love it. David, you're too nice. You're the best.
Thank you, Jake. I appreciate it.
Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for David T.
Who's gonna be the best of the bunch? Yes, Maniac Madness. You get to pick the ones that make the show rock.
I think David T could beat Neil. I think it will be close, just like it was close with Leany and Neil yesterday for a while. Brian writes in, Jake, make a Briga State shirt. If someone could design a Briga State shirt, I will put it up in the store immediately. I'm not a graphic designer, though. I don't know how to do it. But we have so many talented people who are. So if someone wants to make me a design, I'm happy to use it. And if people buy it, I'm willing to throw you some money, too, if we make anything on it, because I think it'd be so fun. So I'm always open. If you guys ever have cool ideas for shirts, please send them to me. We'll put them up. But that'd be a hilarious t-shirt. Briga State University. God. I mean, that's all JQuest with Briga State there. Rick says, no one does more than Gator. He should win the whole thing. Gator wasn't eligible for the tournament because he's part of the show, right? It's like he's an employee of the show, so to speak. We didn't have like content creators or people that like work on the show involved. I mean, if you're just talking about like most valuable as Maniac, it's Gator. I mean, duh. But like that's not what we're talking about here. GTA says Briga State, University of Achievement. That is great. Or Briga State, and then like underneath it says we believe in achievement. I feel like we got to get like a silhouette of like Briga on there somewhere. Him and his like awesome hat that he has. Or him as the cowboy. Jack wants to know, when are the polls closing? Well, Jack, the polls are closing after one final call. Ladies and gentlemen, it is 52:48 right now. We head to our last call on the day. Ladies and gentlemen, we say hello to this guy.
I might be big, I might be bad, but I'm going to take your ass down.
Beast, how are you?
Great. The Brigham State University t-shirt, let's do that one. That actually has it. It should say this, Brigham's face right here with the words, learn to get some achievement. And in the back of the shirt, come to Brigham State University. You want to learn, get some achievement, and grow a set. And
good to me.
oh, nice Yankees hat, by the way. You're going to that Yankee game today.
I am.
Oh, yeah. And what time does that game start?
3:00 Eastern time.
Oh, boys, which means somebody's going to be wanting a hot dog and a drink. And knowing me, I'm not going to be watching. I'm going to be watching the Mets-Astros game. And I looked at these polls yesterday. I'm like, no. Jaxson Dart, no. The guy is too slow. Sorry. The guy's not qualified. And I got a new t-shirt coming out very soon. It's called Storm University. You want to enter, and in the back of the t-shirt, it'll say, come to the house of hardcore. You will learn firsthand, first come, first serve. If you can't hang, get out.
Ladies and gentlemen, he is Beastbreaker 666.
Jesus Christ, Jake.
Beast, well done, sir. Jack writes in, Beast, if you had this Wi-Fi, you could have made it far. I agree. I think people were voting against Beast, not just some because they maybe don't like him. That's fine. Not everyone likes every caller here. We got some polarizing ones. That's what makes the show fun. But a lot of people, I believe, only voted against Beast because they just were tired of the connection problems. But since he figured out how to make it work, I think we've gotten a lot out of Beast. I think he's turned some heads. Ladies and gentlemen, let's make it official. Because this show is officially over, which means it's time to declare a winner. And for the second time in this tournament, a number 1 seed has fallen. JQuest stuns Bobby Midnight 51-48, the final 733 total votes were cast. Congratulations to JQuest on advancing to the Sweet 16. Great performance by Bobby. He never quit. He had a spirited comeback. He was down a lot and fought. At one point got it 51-49 after trailing by over 10. But it is, in fact, JQuest, the 8 seed, knocking off the 1 seed inside the Butter region. I just realized on the graphic there, I wrote Hood region. It's actually Butter region. But you see on the screen the official vote results for the record for those who aren't watching live and can't see the live chat. All right. That's the show, folks. What a battle. Let's check in right now with Bobby Midnight. Bob, how you feeling? You fought hard. You made it a real fight.
I'm doing good. Congratulations to JQuest. He's my boy. I still love him. And also, after Jake's show, I'm going live. So anybody here, come over to the Legend of Bobby Midnight with me and Nick are going to have a show together live after the show.
Yeah, baby. We know they love that at Alden's. Oh, yeah.
Yo, what a battle. I just want to say one thing about JQuest's speech. I mean, Bobby's a hell of a caller. He puts his time in. He calls in.
Love you, Bobby.
We love you, Bobby. You call in every day. You may get sour sometimes, but we know you're sweet. But when JQuest just called on his break and he gave that pitch in the car, man, that shit was real. That shit hit home. For all the OG Jet fans, that shit came from the heart. And JQuest deserves this win. He makes us laugh. He puts in a lot of work. And I don't know, man. That speech when he called in, that shit was that was real as it gets, man. That was right. Every person watching, if you're a Jet fan, you felt it. I felt it. I almost teared up. JQuest. Just like I almost teared up when you picked me up for Jake's meetup in Long Island, and he was wearing that some animal looking monster, and he's like with a Bonesy sign. Great battle, guys, and great show, Jake. I didn't get to talk any Jets. I wanted to, but I'll save it for 4 o'clock. I'll save it for the latest show.
Well, I got some sad news. No afternoon show today. I'm going to Yankee Stadium right now. 2 tomorrow. We're back tomorrow. And I'm the only content creator that does shows basically 7 days a week. So don't worry. There'll be plenty of time.
You deserve it.
Jets.
You know the Jets are going to sign somebody as soon as your ass hits the teeth.
You're probably right. Honestly, you're probably right. I thought about that too. Unreal. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up to our guy, Mr. Bonesy. Quick look at the bracket. It's been updated, reflecting the Butter Region's 1 seed going down. JQuest, the first person to advance to the Sweet 16 inside the region. On the show tomorrow to set the stage now. We're on to the 5 versus 4. Mikey Midnight, Ricky NY. Will we see at least one Midnight brother get to the Sweet 16, or will it be a clean sweep of Midnight Bros going down? Then on the afternoon show tomorrow, Craig, the 6th seed, Jets Johnny, the 14th seed. It will be great. Anyway, fun show. Thank you to everyone. We'll have the raffle tomorrow. If you gifted a membership, thank you. Super chats, all that. In honor of JQuest winning, why don't we play the video that really got the JQuest momentum rolling in this tournament when he was with his family and he found out that he made it to the bracket of ASMANIAC Madness. Have a good day, everyone, and let's go Yanks. I said, let's go Yanks.
Guys, I'm really nervous. I don't know what's going to happen if I don't get in.
We might lose the house again.
I know it's gonna be the 3rd time, but let's just see. It's about to come on. Let's see what happens. Look at the screen. Look, it's about to come on. 3, 2. Yeah! Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! We're in! We're in! Let's go! We're in, baby! We're in! Woo! Ronaldo's in the house! Yeah, Jake! Oh, shit.